Sunday, January 26, 2025. I record these for myself, but people are watching them, which surprises me. So I'm just gonna, I guess, leave them posted. Um, I have a traumatic brain injury, and I use this technology to help me just remember stuff throughout the day, to like reinforce lessons that I learned. I had a pretty good day, even though the United States of America has fallen completely into fascism, and that's very, very sad, very upsetting. It's where we're at. Um, I'm not going to talk about politics because, again, I have a traumatic brain injury and I struggle with impulsivity and self control. And it is a very bad idea for me to talk about politics because then I get very mad and I do stupid things and I upset people, and we're not doing that anymore. I did want to share with you my generosity practice. So, one of the things that I love doing is I get these little stones. This is Mayakite, I think. It's for intuition and like inner self worth. So, I like to walk around. So when I go for my little mindfulness walks in the afternoon, and my aunt's texting me, so now that's gonna. I'm not starting this again. Anyways, I like to pass these out, but no one ever likes this one, so I'm gonna keep this little guy. He's mine now. My rule is I get them, and then it's a generosity thing. I don't know. I love these little stones. This is another fun one that I got. I think this one's really pretty. Beautiful. They're really cheap. I get them on Etsy. I'm friends with a bunch of sellers. Look at this one. People like they like ones like this. This is the ones that everyone like these. I love this one. It's so pretty. And I like to like find the ones that I really like, and I try to give these away. It's a generosity thing because like we don't like at the end of our lives, nothing we don't keep anything. So it's just a good idea to like, I don't know, get rid of stuff. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I love doing this. And I like, and there are my little statues back there. There's Buddha. Can you guys see my finger? Oh, there it is. I'm doing this all wrong. Anyways, under the cross, there's a Buddha, there's a Tara, there's a Ganesha. I should probably go there and show those to you guys. So this is Buddha. I believe this is Shakyamuni Buddha. I have way too many malas. I have to get rid of these too. And then this is Ganesha. Ganesha, I think that's how you pronounce it. Um, and this is Tara. Tutara Tutara Tarisawa. I believe this one, I think this is Almani Padme Hum, but I don't think that's the right mantra for Shakyamuni Buddha. This could also be Akshobhya, but see, their hands indicate what type of Buddha they are. This is Tibetan Buddhism. You don't have to get this detailed with your spiritual practice. Ganesha, though, is honestly my favorite. I do Ganesha. So Ganesha does have roots in Hinduism, obviously, but he does have some tie over in Buddhism, too, and I love that. It's, what is his mantra? Gum gada padedama, gum gada padedama, gum gada padedama. I do that one every day. He removes all obstacles. So if you have any obstacles, I'm gum gada padedama. And the way that they teach this stuff in Tibetan Buddhism is that you're not actually worshiping these deities. It's very important to understand that. But it is a deity practice, and what you're doing is basically opening up your innate intuition to be more receptive to that kind of mentality, or to become that kind of fearless being in the future, if that makes sense. It's really cool. I love all things Eastern or Tibetan spirituality. So, and you see my little cross back there. I still do my Christian stuff, although I don't read the Bible. We're not reading the Bible anymore because no one reads the Bible. Oh my God. And it's like listen, Christianity should not be a cage. And if you're practicing Christianity in such a way that it turns into a cage, you're doing it wrong. Jesus was not trying to imprison you. And the way so many American Christians, white supremacists, white Christian nationalists practice this stuff, it's like they literally think God is going to come down and just impose his will on a people. It's not how that works. Jesus was trying to inspire us to live better lives. So he took that responsibility. He died for our sins. He made the ultimate sacrifice so that we could find forgiveness and salvation through him. Not necessarily through each other, because we don't necessarily always do that for each other. So for example, if you've committed some horrible sin, listen, people do. We make mistakes all the time. I mean, I make mistakes all the time. I have made more mistakes in my life. I have a traumatic brain injury. Listen to me, I have lived a lifetime of mistakes. There are people on this app who have banned me and blocked me because of the mistakes I have made. I have bugged them too much in all the wrong ways. I don't real. So the pandemic hit me really, really hard. This is just for me. I'm gonna watch this later, and I'm gonna remember this. It's really helps my memory. But I lost all my social skills during the pandemic because of the traumatic brain injury stuff. So I forgot how to use email appropriately, evidently, and I started email blasting a couple of people, and obviously I disturbed them. So my rule now is if my behavior is disturbing my mind or someone else's mind, I'm not doing it. And I think that's a very simple rule to follow. If you do not have anything nice to say, simply don't say it. That's it. That's what I'm living by for the rest of my life. I have learned this lesson over and over and over again. And because of my traumatic brain injury, I forget. And then I have to relearn these lessons all over again. And we're not doing that anymore. Here's another really pretty rock. So basically what you do is, if you want to do this, I think it's a lot of fun. You don't have to do rocks. I've also done like little gift cards for people. I love doing this. Like you go up to like a, what do you call it? Like a 7-Eleven or something, and you're just checking. Now listen, not all people that work at 7-Eleven are nice. And men in particular are not receptive to this practice at all. Some men are. You have to catch the guys in the right mood. If you're going to try this with a guy, good luck. Women, listen, some people will say no. They're like, no, thank you. And that is very good practice too, because when you're like that generosity is not accepted or whatever, you'll feel that like, oh, it's like a terrible feeling, which is good. You're practicing with those emotions, right? You're learning how to simply let go and just not make a big deal out of really silly, trivial emotions. Does that make sense? It's a really good practice. I try to give these away, and some people are like, what do you know? That's stupid. Why would I want this? And then some people love them. If you're someone who has a disability, you're absolutely gonna, and I'm out and about, I'm gonna give you a stone. Or if I have like God, all the malas over there, I'll pass those out. I went really crazy during the pandemic and I got too much stuff, and now I'm giving it all away for free, which is very good practice. It's good practice. I think it's a generosity practice. You don't have to give all of your stuff away. Do not give all of your stuff away. You're just finding little things that you don't really need, that other people might enjoy, and they might enjoy the sentiment. So it's a very small gesture of generosity. It's giving material possessions, and that's it. We're not giving away our homes and our possessions, and we are not letting homeless people live with us again. Hello, I did that once. You don't want to don't let homeless people. Well, I mean, see, okay, that's a whole other story. I did let homeless people live with me during the pandemic. I took in a family. That happened, and it changed my life. It changed their life. So if you really, really, really want to change your life, if you're super depressed, you got to do some spiritual work though, man. You have to read like the Bodhisattva vows and study the 6 perfections, in particular generosity, before you do anything like that, because it is a spiritual thing. You are conditioning your mind to be a benefit to all sentient beings, all of them, big and small, animals, insects, people, lots of people. People are the worst. People are the hardest because we communicate. This is why this technology is perfect for me, because it's recorded. You don't have to like deal with me. Could you imagine dealing with me in your actual life? It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not going to mention the names of the people that have blocked me on this app, but there are quite a few. Actually, there's only 3. There's only 3 people, 3 guys. One was a journalist, and evidently he did not like my critiques. Another guy was like this leftist, whatever. And I was like, he was like trying to get people to like fight the Nazis. And I'm like, oh God, don't do that. Like you're going to, don't. Anyways, he blocked me. And then there's this other guy who was like in prison for a long time, and he blocked me. So I have to remember to leave people alone. Lift people when you can, and then just let them go. I involve myself way too much in the lives of other people. And although I'm harmless, I know that I'm harmless. Obviously, people in the internet, in the real world, they have no idea. They think I'm a psychopath. I am not a psychopath. I just have a traumatic brain injury, and I struggle with social skills. And wow, this is a really long video. I love you. I love all of you. If you're going to pass these out, you will get rejected. Rejection's good. We have to learn how to work with rejection too. We're not always going to get what we want. And yeah, that's just life. Nothing lasts. We don't keep anything. At the end of our lives, it's just us and our own mind and the mind that we've cultivated throughout the course of our life. That's spirituality. So, make your habits are the only thing you take with you. So be very careful about what you do during your daily life. That's my advice. I love you. Goodbye.